Letterman's back. He's got a show on the Netflix called My Next Guest Needs No Introduction with David Letterman. So I thought we'd bring back the Late Show Fun Facts book.
Oh,
Is the second episode out yet?
February 9th.
Okay.
the entire audience leaves, including his.
I mean, he doesn't have much audience like now. He's pretty old.
There you go. You watch it.
I love Letterman, yeah. But I recognize that he needed to retire at that time.
Fair enough.
You could tell he wasn't enjoying it anymore.
Just done with the politics of television.
Well, not even the politics. He just when he actually retired on air, he said that he realized he needed to retire when they spent like hours trying to Google a certain bird type that him and his son had seen while fishing.
How is that?
Wait, who tried to Google it?
Like him and his staff at the Late Show. So instead of like working on the show, they spent the whole day trying to look up a bird that they found.
Oh,
while
that's
fishing.
when you fucking ride it.
No.
Yeah, just ride your ratings into the ground.
So I'm going to read a couple of these, Matt. You'll be happy to know.
I
So
won't
these
be.
are Late Show fun facts.
I'm sure everyone here is acquainted with them.
I don't know.
Everybody.
They're not real facts. Just to be clear, because some of these you could think maybe that is true, but they're all jokes, but they're hilarious. Our first fun fact of the night: the first microwave ovens rotated the food but didn't cook it.
Like, why is there a whole book of this? Like, I can't. Fuck.
Man, that's really funny. That's really good.
The average Amish person spends nearly 3 minutes a year in traffic. There you go. There's a couple. I'll read more at the end of the podcast.
No, you don't. We don't need that. We don't
No,
need that.
We need to go through all of them. If that book was still available for sale, I'd buy it.
Is it not?
I should probably.
Yeah, it hasn't checked.
I doubt it is, but actually, I want to pick up
because you got that in the States at the CBS when you were in New York, right?
No, I bought it chapters.
Oh, I thought you said you got that in the States when you went to New York.
I don't think I did. No,
Oh,
I don't think so.
then I might have just made that up in my head.
I
In
mean,
fact, I did make that up in my head.
I went to New York and visited the Late Show with David Letterman marquee.
Oh, okay, then maybe that's where I.
Yeah. All right, so this is the Day One Patch podcast, episode 198. Is that right? 198?
That's correct.
Can't
Correctamundo.
even see the document title on this stupid Google Drive thing. In the news today, we got Microsoft. This is a rumor. Microsoft looking into buying some companies, including Electronic Arts, which would be a massive
Good old
acquisition.
yay.
New Mario Kart game announced for mobile. Nintendo Switch's paid online service is finally launching. It's coming this September. The Nintendo Switch also outsells its predecessor, the Wii U, in just under 10 months. And our favorite, Star Wars Battlefront 2 microtransactions are coming back.
Woo!
So we'll be talking about
That's
that.
what I was waiting for.
But what's new, guys? What are you guys doing? What's you playing? What's going on?
Just trying to find a copy of Late Show Fun Facts, but so far, no luck. I was playing.
Crash Bandicoot.
Started Crash Bandicoot.
Yeah, tell us
Bought
about
that, played for 2 days. Was so fucking infuriated by it, I deleted it off my console.
Can you explain to us,
Okay.
for the listener, what
Okay.
the issue was?
So, after playing the original Crash Bandicoot trilogy on PlayStation 15 years ago now, 20 years ago, I don't know however long that is ago, there is a certain fluid to those controls.
Like, you're talking like the original actual launch.
Yes. Crash Bandicoot 2, Crash Bandicoot Warped.
Right.
Okay? You were still reading that book, eh, Ryan?
That's a really good one. Go ahead.
Picking and early reviews for this game said that the because they just didn't take the game and up the resolution, like change the assets. They actually remade it. So it was, I'm pretty sure it's a different team. The controls are way too rigid compared to what, and maybe for somebody who's never played Crash Bandicoot, they might be more forgiving of it. But for somebody who's played those original games and who plays a lot of platformers, I play platformers all the fucking time. These controls are not forgiving and they're too rigid. And one of the things that really forced me to turn it off is there's Crash Bandicoot breaks boxes, right? You jump on a box, it breaks.
Yeah.
Okay, there are steel boxes which you cannot break.
You just use them as like leverage, right?
Yeah. And then there's bouncy ones. So there's an arrow. So you can keep bouncing it over and over again. Okay. I guess I was so close to this ledge and I wasn't even touching my controller. I didn't even nudge it. That one time he bounced up, and then when he came down, he bounced up again. And then when he came down on the third time, he then slipped and he fell. Like I didn't nudge it in any way, but it was just like it was laudering whether or not I was staying on the ledge. And I had noticed that like sometimes clearly I like make the ledge, but it's just like, nope. Like I can see him stall, and then I can see him slide back a frame and then slip off and fall.
Ugh.
And it's just like, for me, I play platformers. Those platformers and racing games are the two things that I play the most. And I know when if I fail, if it's my fault, or if I fail, if the game is cheating me. And I'm telling you, that game was cheating me on jumps constantly.
That's surprising.
It was enough for me to turn it off.
Well, didn't Aaron and Tim mention that like they were talking like in our party, and they were saying like they had played it, I guess, and they needed to like they said like cheese a part by like going over like a fence or something. Like I don't know what the part is, because they like it was too hard to do. Like it's possible that like it's due to the same issue you're having.
Yeah, whatever. For me, the main thing, and I don't know what part it is, or I haven't gone to it yet, but for me, the main issue is it seems to be it can't quite decide what is forgivable when you're jumping, and like I tried both control methods, D-pad and analog stick. First I thought, okay, maybe like because it was really bothering me on the D-pad, so I switched to the analog stick, and I tried doing a boss fight, and because of the way the boss fight was laid out, doing it was ripperoo. Doing it on an analog stick is not recommended at all. You should go back to a D-pad for that specifically, because it's very specific because you're jumping diagonally and orthogonally on 9 different tiles, and you should absolutely be using a D-pad for that. So I was able to get through that, but then it was a very nice level after that. It's just like this, like it's not registering the ledge at all, and that just fucking it infuriated me.
Aaron platinumed all 3 of those.
Yeah, I don't know how. I really don't know how. But I played other stuff though.
He might be more forgiving of stuff like that.
And he might just like endure it. Like I'm sure you would be able to if you cared to endure it.
Yeah, well, like for me though, is I get like I mentioned before, is like for instance, Shovel Knight. Okay, Shovel Knight is one of the best new platformers that I've ever played. That game is fucking fantastic, and even if you don't like platformers, you should go play that game. It's on fucking everything. You can play it on Steam, PlayStation, Xbox, Wii U. It'll probably come to Switch eventually. All right, that game. 99% of the time when I've died in that game, I've always blamed myself. It was me making the mistake. I say the complete opposite for Crash Bandicoot. And I know one is a 16-bit era sprite-based platform, and the other one is a 2.5D PlayStation-based platformer. So, but
Well, did they build this from the ground up?
I believe so. In fact, I'm so much so that I'm pretty sure that they changed the hub area. That it's not the same hub-based system that they have in the other games. But besides that, I played some Gran Turismo, some Overwatch, some Battlefront. South Park, I've not gone back to yet, but I will get back to that. But I started a new game today, though.
Okay, and what's that?
Darkwood. And I mentioned it last week.
Okay.
It's a top-down survival horror game. So your character, you're always looking at the character top down, and your entire field of vision moves with that character. It's very Silent Hill-esque. You wake up. I just played the prologue today because there's I don't know how many chapters there are, but prologue is you wake up at your desk, and then you're trying to get out of, you like leave your cabin, and you immediately find your dog bleeding out, and like it's suffering.
Jesus
So
Christ.
it's like, oh, maybe I should put him out of his misery. So you can, like, if you want, you can find an axe, because you need to pick up the axe to take down a tree to get through your path. I went back, and it was weird because I also don't think I would have done it unless they suggested it.
Right.
But I went back and I killed my dog, like just to mercy it through. But I don't know if they've, like, it was weird how easily they were just able to convince me to do it. I'm curious now if I just like continued on, if it would have changed anything. But
Well,
so,
have you seen those tests about like listening to an authority figure?
yeah.
How you'll just do it. It's like
the zap.
subconscious. You don't even know.
Yeah.
That you want the zapping test.
Yeah. Then there's also the prison guard
Right.
test.
Yeah.
That was interesting.
It's weird, eh?
Yeah. So then, like, I'm exploring this forest, and then I get a map, but it's weird, though, because this entire forest is enclosed, and this guy seems to be very slowly going crazy. So then I find another guy dying in the forest, and I take him back to my cabin, and I can't seem to find an exit. And now, like, this character that I'm playing as a prologue is very obsessed because he's like, I need to get out of here. For some reason, he thinks this guy he found he knows the way out of this forest. But after the so he's being this, so the guy that he finds, he like takes it back, he heals him up, he ties him up, and he's beating him. But after the prologue, you actually take control of the character in which you found. And now you're avoiding the character in which you played in the prologue.
Okay.
So like immediately as soon as I broke out of the chair and I got out of the room, he was like in the main room. Like all the lights go in the cabin, and then now I can't find him. Like he just disappeared.
That's scary.
Yeah. So now it's like, oh, this is kind of cool because I was the guy in the prologue, but now he's the crazy guy that I'm trying to avoid.
That's pretty cool.
So I like played it nice in a nice dark room. I turned up the volume nice and loud with headphones, and
This is on what console?
Steam. I bought it.
Steam?
I bought it on sale, but I will probably continue it. See how far I get. And they warned you though, like they said, after the prologue, this is an incredibly unforgiving game. Like they will stop holding your hand at a certain point. There's a crafting element. You have to craft torches and survival items, and I think if it wasn't too horror, Matt, I think maybe you'd like it.
I do like horror games. I don't know. I don't like playing horror games alone, I guess. I don't know. I like to make fun of horror, I think, and I can't make fun of horror myself. If that makes sense.
You look like you're dying to read another one, Ryan.
Yeah, I am.
Go ahead.
In the early drafts of Moby Dick was a turtle. There you go. Man,
I'm just gonna stare you down.
What's new? What have you been playing?
I should try to find a PDF of that.
Jesus Christ. Playing the Monster Hunter.
Yeah, that's right.
But to start off the week before Monster Hunter, I did more Shadow War pretty briefly. I think while Monster Hunter was downloading, actually. And bored again. Bored of the game.
Damn it, man.
The game's boring. Like
Wait. What game?
Shadow of War.
Oh, I thought you were still talking about Monster Hunter.
No, Shadow of War is boring. Like there's like this thing where I get to a point where like there's no visible progress other than that I'm literally like going through like an open world game, and I just bored. Like just bored of it.
Also, speaking of which, I'm sorry to interrupt your segment here, Matt, but I think I've realized, Adriano, why Nintendo games are popular.
All right, I want to hear this.
So I'm playing games like Mad Max, and I forget what I was playing before that when I actually had the revelation. No, I think it was Mad Max when I had this revelation. Okay, I enjoy the game Mad Max, but what I've realized is most of my time is spent either driving to a destination or walking around picking up scraps. Fighting the same dudes over and over just to get to the scrap that's behind them. Right? And so a lot of my gameplay is just monotonous work. While I am enjoying doing it, it's not really fun. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I get that.
And if you take a look at like a Mario game, like a 3D Mario game, right? There's all sorts of fun stuff happening on the screen at all times. You're never just like walking to a location for like an hour, only to fight like a dude and then go back and level up. Do you know what I mean?
Like
Yes.
there's no build up to the big stuff. You're always doing it.
It's just nonstop fun.
Yes, I get that.
And I think that is the disconnect.
But you don't play Nintendo games for that reason?
I don't. There's no reason for me to play them.
Even though you just described a reason for you to play them.
But what I'm saying is, like,
Have you heard the reviews about Mario Odyssey?
I have, and I want to try it. Okay, but I don't think I will. Even if I finished it and devoted all my attention to it, I don't feel like I would be like, this game is like the most amazing thing I've ever played. Whereas some people are saying like this is one of the best Mario games ever made.
Yeah,
It's up there with like Galaxy and stuff like that.
and Mario World,
Yeah.
the definitive best Mario game ever made. One of the best platformers ever made.
So I don't think I would get that sensation, but it could be good. I don't know. Anyway,
I don't like to tell people they're wrong, but Ryan,
well, it's objective too, right?
yeah.
But anyway, Matt, continue.
Yeah. So, well, that might be why Shadow War is boring.
That's what brought it up. Yeah.
Is because like I'm just running around and it's like, oh, I gotta go claim this orc. Oh, I gotta go.
And each location is the exact same. Beat these enemies, defeat the fort. You know.
Do what I do and make open world games linear.
No, but
main missions only.
You can't. That game is literally like
main.
you can say that
only.
You have to do all the side stuff because not all of it, but you have to do the side stuff because you literally need an army.
Yeah,
and
that's
the army is side stuff.
That's the whole point
And
of the
that's
game.
when
Yeah.
you turn it off and you go play Mad Max.
Or you buy those loot boxes and get your warriors that way.
I'm not gonna do that. Like that's just not gonna happen.
No.
No. Like
Okay.
I'll just get rid of it at that point. But
Are you going to finish it?
I don't know. I think I might have to do the thing where I just like play it and then like I'll take a hiatus and then play it. Take a hiatus.
At what point do you cut off a game? Like Tomb Raider, you cut off.
Like I'm getting close now for this one, because I'm just like I got another 2 forts done, and like there was like a cool part and I liked it, and I kind of got engaged in it again, and then it just died out again for me. And it wasn't like as if Monster Hunter took its place. Like it wasn't like I was playing Monster Hunter and then as a result did not want to play Shadow of War. It was like I literally hadn't played Monster Hunter yet, and I was like done and just waiting for Monster Hunter to download. So. But other than that, I've been playing the Monster Hunter world as most people are, I guess, nowadays.
Yeah,
Pretty
I'm
good.
playing it too.
Yeah, everyone and their mother's fucking playing this game.
Yeah.
Except for me.
It's really weird because it's one of those like Japanese games where it's like a pretty hardcore RPG. Like it's it's serious business. Like it's very difficult. To within reason. It's not like totally ridiculous.
Information overload right at the start. They're not very. I know they're trying to make this one accessible to more fans, right?
Yeah.
But they did a very poor job at. Because first of all, it's like you enter the game and like the first info screen you get is just a wall of text. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. All the tutorials are like that.
And it's not broken down into like nice little bullet points and stuff. And so like I'm kind of just like I'm just breezing through it, and I'm like okay, skip,
Yeah, yeah.
at a certain point. But what you realize after getting through all the tutorial is it's pretty straightforward once you get used to it.
It's literally just like, there's like bounties, and then there's investigations, which are like essentially like side missions, and the only catch with them is like, you can only do them a certain amount of times, but you also get extra rewards.
But like it literally just needs to say, start an investigation and get better rewards or something.
It's really
that's all they should have said.
It's really bizarre that you have to go to your resource people, which have your bounties, right?
Yeah.
Which are basically just like side objectives you could do on the way to stuff. But like, it's really weird that you have to go talk to them to accept the bounty to then put it. Like, why aren't all my bounties just accepted and then like sure have a checklist saying which ones I've beat at least once? But like, why do I need to go to the people, tell them I need it, then go to my like quest board, then post it. But I actually do really like the multiplayer is a little strange, I guess, for some people. Like you're in like a single player city, and then like there's like an area in which you can see other people. It's called like the hub, and so you could like see other people in that other area.
Very small though.
It's a very small area, but like it doesn't like really matter. But what I like about it is like, so for example, like I could start up a server, like or a session as they call it. Start up a session. I could invite, I don't know exactly how many, but I can invite like, let's say
I hear a bunch. There's a girl on IGN who was saying that like she had like 20 people maybe good to go.
Yeah, like you
then
can get a lot in there.
You post a quest and like whatever other 3 people want to join you, just hop in.
Yeah, but what I like about that is it's not like a traditional game where you're pulled in. It's like we could invite everyone on our friends list that play. Let's say like 8 people.
Yeah,
we can invite them all in, and then like let's say like we're all at different parts. We're all maybe in a party chat or whatever. But you can go and do what the heck like whatever you're doing. Like I could go to a later area. You're a little like you're not as far as me, so you could go to the lower area, and then like if you need help. All that I need to do is I need to be in the town. Like I'll finish up my quest. I know, and I can just go and jump in your quest.
Right.
So it's not like I have to be like, I got to wait for an invite for a party and like this. It's like, no, you post the quest, it goes on the board, and then it goes. So it's actually like it's a little strange in comparison to other games, but it works really well for this. But another thing that's really bizarre in this game is I've played the other Monster Hunter games. I played the first one. I've played Try. I've played 3, and I've played a tiny bit of 4. Like. Literally like tried it out. But like Try was the one I probably got like closest to high rank. stuff. And I think high rank is at hunter rank 10. I'm already hunter rank 9. So like one more hunter rank for me. And like I'm going through the game like pretty, I wouldn't say easily, but like I'm having fun doing it. Like the other Monster Hunter games just kind of killed me for some reason. Like I just didn't want to do the grind, didn't want to figure it out. I don't know whether it's because this game's super fluid, like the game runs really well and the zones don't reload. You know those zones on the map? Every single time you went into like a little zone in the map in the other game, it would reload. It would like load. Sucks. And then a monster would run away, you'd have to like run back and reload. Or the monster would hit you, you'd hit a loader all, and you have to load the other area.
But they weren't on like main consoles, right? They were like handheld or Wii, right?
Wii U.
Yeah.
PlayStation as well. I don't remember what the PlayStation 1 did, or PlayStation 2 did. That was the first game. I'm sure that one probably loaded too. Zones.
Yeah.
But like I don't know, maybe it's just because it's super fluid now, and I play the light bow gunner, and like it's super fluid. Like I'm like jumping around and like loading different ammo and shooting it like with like good accuracy and stuff. So like I don't know. I guess it's just more fun now that the mechanics have like caught up.
Yeah.
But
well, do you remember MGS3 on PlayStation 2? Each zone would load 2 on your mission.
Oh,
you remember that?
That sucks.
You get to a certain part of the map, and it would like a cutscene would take over of Snake like running to the next zone.
Yeah.
And then he'd come running out of the next one.
Just like because I couldn't load it all, I guess. But like, it sucked in Monster Hunter, especially when you're on the edge of a zone, and then like the monster would come and like hit you, and it's like, oh, good, I got hit, and I got hit in back in the other zone. I got to load, then I got to go back in there to chase after him. And in that game,
sucks.
There's no flies. In all the other games, as far as I know, there's no flies. At least in the ones I played. So literally, it's like, oh, I lost the monster. There it goes. I had to go run around like all these zones try to find him.
Yeah.
So
no interest in the Monster Hunter for you, Adriano?
No. It's not that I don't. I can appreciate it from a distance.
Right.
But it's too much of an undertaking for me.
Me and Matt were talking about this. It's been kind of an experimental gaming career for me right now.
Final Fantasy, you know?
Final Fantasy and now Monster Hunter, and I'm going to probably pick up Shadow of the Colossus.
Oh, yeah, that comes out. I did not realize that came out so fucking... I thought that was going to be like a late 2018.
No, yeah. 4 days.
Yeah, I'll probably end up picking that up.
Yeah, so...
I wonder if there's going to be a retail version.
Maybe.
Is there not?
Maybe.
I just kind of thought there would be. I don't know.
If they packaged it as a PS2 case...
I'm not going to do that.
Memory card slot and everything.
Not going to do that.
I'd do that.
Just go buy a case and then print off a... No?
No.
I'm going to do that?
I'd fucking do that.
Okay, this is not entirely related to gaming, but I thought I'd bring it up because I actually didn't hear anything about this. I want to know if you guys heard anything about this. So Intel and AMD, basically any processor manufacturer, AMD to a lesser extent, much lesser extent, but they had this Spectre and Meltdown security issues that affected all products all over the world, and then they had to have the people actually software patch it because it's a physical problem with the chips, how their architecture is made. How come we haven't heard anything about the consoles?
I don't know. Truth be told,
and are they going to fix those?
That is a good.
And will it suffer performance loss?
Yeah, I don't know. That's a good question.
I'm guessing they're ARM processors.
No, remember they were x86.
Oh, which is who?
x86 is just like the
generic.
Like it's thing. Like all computers use it. It's instruction set.
Yeah.
Architecture, whatever you want to call it.
Okay, I see.
Because like that was why they were easier to develop for. I wonder if it literally may have the flaw, but is, and this is a total speculation, that it's immune due to another reason. Like it's possible that you can get to the processor in Windows and in these computer operating systems through some sort of means, but like that area could be totally locked out on the console.
Right.
So the flaw is there, but like you can't even get close to it. Total speculation. I don't know.
I guess you don't do as much personal stuff on your console either. It's not like
although you do your credit card on there.
Yeah, but you're not saving like your other banking information and like passwords and stuff like that on there.
Unless you're dumb enough to use the browser.
Yeah.
No, there's that, but. It could just literally be access where it's like just like, well, you can't access it anyway. So
I just thought that was fascinating. Most patches I guess are out, and both Intel and AMD said their next CPUs will not have these security issues in them, which I feel like didn't need to be announced. That should have just been a given.
Wasn't it something like there was a security conference with the guy that found the problem and
It was Google who found the problem, wasn't it?
No, it was a guy. It was just like an engineer at Microsoft or something
I thought
like
it was.
that.
I thought it was.
Or no, I think no, he was
Wait,
a Google.
Microsoft found the issue.
I think it was a
seriously
Google
fucking
engineer.
doubt that.
Well,
I
that
thought it
was-
was that Google team that searches for security holes.
I thought it was like a single engineer at Google. I thought or something like that. I can't remember. I only read one article like a few weeks ago now.
Okay.
But I think he was at like
We're
a.
to hear people doing our due diligence of
Yeah.
figuring out information.
Well, we don't need to know much about Spectre in terms of gaming, but
Very sure my computer's super fucking sluggish because of it now.
but like he was at like a security conference, and I'm pretty sure somebody asked him about another bug that like some people were speculating about, and he said that he hadn't looked at it yet, but he was curious about it. So I'm curious if there's like another bug out there that he's going to find, because apparently he's like super
Processor
intelligent.
side though.
I assume. I
'Cause
don't know.
the problem with
like I
it-
said, it was a few weeks ago.
The problem with this one is it was like a hardware like issue, right?
Yeah, but someone else asked about another malfunction of some kind. I think it was in the chip again.
Christ. At least they're being found. I mean, I'd rather them be found and us all have to fix the hole than they never be found and then someone takes advantage of it, right?
Albeit like
There's no evidence that anyone's really exploited this yet.
I
Right?
was about to say, like, it's so advanced. There comes a point where like something is so shrouded in obscurity where it's like, is it really insecure?
Yeah. How do you guys feel about those teams that search for bugs and like they'll notify the company, but then after like a certain day they'll go public with it if it hasn't been patched?
I'm fine with that if the company does not comply. Like I've heard of a few bad stories where it'll be like, hey, you have 30 days to do this, and then like the company will be like, hey, whoa, like this is a serious problem. Like we'll fix it, and like we confirm it's there. But like we're gonna need like 90 days. Like nope, 30 days, and then after 30 days they release it, and then it's like great. So now there's like a 60-day period in which people can take advantage of it. Like that's stupid.
I think it's a little unfair that Google has it because like it's bad press when there's a security hole in someone's software, right?
Yeah.
So they leak it, but if they're looking on their own system, they'll just patch it up and be quiet about it. They don't. What's their obligation to release their own security holes to the public if they don't patch it in time? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I was actually almost thinking of it as like they could almost use it against somebody. Like I'm sure they haven't
Or
done
that,
this,
yeah.
but like you could find a bug that's like super obscure. So like you know you're relatively safe in assuming no one else will find it. You wait until one of your competitors, which you find the bug in, you know, is about to release a product or something that competes with yours, and you go like, oh, by the way, you have that bug in there that you need to get checked out. I'm sure they haven't done that, but it could be used in that way, I guess.
I guess what are the laws on exploiting bugs like that?
I think
if you
that'd be
steal
an
personal-
unfair competition.
If you steal personal information, I'm sure that's bad. But like, I don't know how that works.
I'm sure it would be
It-
unfair competition in some way.
I don't know. Because did you know that you guessing a Wi-Fi password is considered a form of hacking?
Just guessing it.
Yep.
Yeah, that
Well, that makes
right.
sense.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you're trying to gain access to stuff you're not authorized to gain access to. So that might fall in the same category.
So it's like if something's padlocked, but you have a key and you go in there and steal something, that's still stealing, right?
Yes.
It's not your property.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on. This is actually a pretty big story, and we discussed this obliviously to Adriano. Microsoft's rumored to be looking into buying Electronic Arts. So, as you may know, Microsoft has an issue with first-party titles as of right now. They're being somewhat destroyed by the PS4 in terms of sales numbers. And I guess I'm not sure what the X is doing for their sales, but that price point might not be that great.
The X,
So-
the X is going to be the cross that they nail into their grave.
So they're looking into buying something to boost their first party titles.
Reportedly, right?
Reportedly, EA is one of them, and that's insanely huge.
But we don't even know if they're looking to buy somebody, or do we? Like it's reportedly.
This
somebody.
is all just reports.
EA would be an interesting acquisition.
I would be looking at Ubisoft. I'd be battling Vivendi to take that over.
That's a good one.
I think EA is bigger than Ubisoft,
Yeah,
But
especially with all those.
Ubisoft kind of like can really pump out the games. It
yeah,
seems.
and I think like Ubisoft they have way more fucking studios worldwide. They have you can throw a dart on a map, you'll hit a fucking Ubisoft studio.
just in the Himalayas, just like there's a guy there working on some code.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the International Space Station has a Ubisoft studio. Up
Oh,
there
that'd be
too.
amazing.
It would. I'm curious though if Star Wars would pull out of the EA deal then.
So now, Lucasfilm did partner with Microsoft for a bit prior to the acquisition of from Disney.
Define partner.
They had a lot of exclusive titles with Microsoft.
Like what?
Well, first of all, they had a console design exclusive,
Okay.
and then they had like the Kinect games.
Okay, but that's also because that hardware wasn't on
Right.
PlayStation.
Right.
But the fact that they used it.
There was a partnership though.
Yeah, there was a partnership, but I doubt because so the console and the Kinect stuff is because they're not going to theme a PlayStation, and the Kinect stuff is because the hardware doesn't exist on PlayStation. But I seriously doubt that EA would ever do an exclusive Star Wars agreement with PlayStation or Xbox on just the normal titles. Like, I doubt that would ever happen.
Right.
So now I'm curious though, if Microsoft were to buy EA, if Lucasfilm or Disney or whatever you want to call them now would pull out of the EA agreement.
How many years into this agreement are we? 4?
Yes, but I don't think that would even matter. Chances are when they first signed it, there was probably a stipulation in there saying that any change of ownership allows
Right.
for a party to exit.
I imagine, yeah.
So I wouldn't even worry about that. Because
But I'm just wondering if they would like just ride it out.
Because
But 6 years,
maybe,
6 or 7 years
that
is a
might
long
be too
time.
long though. Because
Yeah.
because Battlefield would immediately be Xbox exclusive. Your Titanfalls would go back. The first one was an Xbox exclusive, but the third one would be Xbox. Your just every fucking EA
sports game
would be an Xbox exclusive.
Mm-hmm.
I think that you said that would sink them, Ryan, because
I didn't say sink them. I'm just saying it doesn't make sense to buy a $30+ billion company, okay, in the hopes that it's going to boost your console sales and then make your money back on the game sales. It's just you're not going to make that money back anytime soon.
No, but
And what
depends on the goal.
What
here.
investors want is a quick return on investment. So in a big $30+ billion investment, and you're not going to see that reach profitability for years to come. That's a bad investment.
Yeah,
It would be interesting though, because a lot of these sports guys, I'm sure, literally play like the sports games and then like GTA. You know what I mean? Like they're mainstream guys. They're not necessarily like playing the indie titles. So it's like I'm seriously curious as to whether it would make them just be like, oh
Well,
I'll sell my PlayStation and trade it in.
I want to know all those 360 sports gamers, right? Probably bought an Xbox One,
probably.
right?
Maybe
If all they play is like the sports games,
Right.
maybe a Call of Duty here or there or whatever, right? They would probably just stick with the console. There's no reason to switch to Sony like everyone else did, or at least a large portion did.
right.
So I'm wondering if they're there already. I wonder what the numbers are on how like Madden sells on PS4 or Xbox One. Who's selling more despite the console difference?
I'm sure you could look at the NDP numbers and what's it called?
NDP.
NDP? NGP?
I don't know. Everyone's looking at me. I don't even know what the hell you guys are talking about. You're just saying
Democratic Party.
acronyms.
NPD.
NPD.
Yeah.
I wonder how that would work with EA Origin, EA Access Origin, and then Microsoft Game Pass.
And the Microsoft Store.
Oh, that sounds like a logistical nightmare.
If I was them, I would get rid of the EA Access and EA, or was that the one they got? Is it just Access?
There's EA Access for
And
console,
Origin
and there's
Access.
EA Origin Access on PC. Virtually the same thing. It's just a different.
Get rid of that. I'll go into Game Pass.
You know what? Actually, here's an interesting question. If they buy another company, and they've done this before, so they bought Ensemble, and they just they got rid of it basically. I think they bought Creative Assembly, and Creative Assembly worked on Halo Wars 2. I think they bought them. I want to know whether they would, something as big as a publisher though, right? Like Creative Assembly is a developer, and Ensemble, I believe, was a developer as well back in the day. Would they take EA and just like rip the name out and be like, nope, this is all Microsoft Studios?
No, EA's too much of a recognizable title.
I don't think that. I
probably.
don't think that anyone goes like, man, I really need to play EA's Battlefield.
No, but having that on the sports titles Like
EA Sports. You wouldn't. But you get rid of EA, the publisher, and
I
you
don't think
keep
so
EA
because
Sports.
even Minecraft they didn't get rid of Mojang.
But that's
No,
all.
yeah,
that's
that's
also
true.
because that's one of the few Microsoft properties that are being
But I guess
published.
it's not the publisher per se either.
Yeah, and
Like they were
that's-
self-published, right?
And,
So I mean,
and
it
that's
kinda
and
is.
that's one of the
Yeah.
few Microsoft owned properties that are making it onto other consoles, and they probably wouldn't want that. Like they wouldn't want the Microsoft name to show up on the.
What if they just kept EA on both platforms, or all three rather?
I get. I don't.
There's no reason why they can't sell games on PlayStation, other than that it simply competes with theirs.
Yeah, like that's. I guess I don't know. I'm not a super expert. I'm not even a medium expert in this whole thing. But like, from what I've seen, it always make. If I'm going to buy this, it's going to be an exclusive.
But I was doing a bit of math while we were talking about this, Matt, right? And for them to, so right now they want to close the console gap, right? So having a
Yeah.
bunch of EA games would force some people to purchase Xbox Ones if they want to play those games,
Okay.
right? But those sales alone would not make up anywhere close to the amount. Because even selling 70 million consoles like Sony has does not reach 30 plus billion.
Do we know what how far the gap is? How big the gap is?
Sony sold 70 something million. I don't remember the last numbers on Xbox One. I imagine like
I
around
don't think
50.
they've ever actually revealed it because they've always been behind.
Yeah, but they do rarely. And I think last time I remember 50 in my head somewhere. They might
50?
Be,
I was gonna pick around like 40.
they could be something like that.
I mean, like we're at a point now where it's like, realistically speaking, you might be in second place, but you're not doing poorly.
No, by all standards of console sales, they're doing well.
So what I was going to say is maybe a purchase like EA is too big.
It's way too big. Yeah,
And I don't mean like to even force up console sales, like because they're trying to get their first party titles up.
That-
But like, I don't think people would consider EA first party titles.
and that's why Ubisoft would probably make more sense as a.
I think you could rip Ubisoft's name off of stuff. I don't think anyone gives a fuck about Ubisoft's name per se. More so, they care about the licenses. Well, no one says I really love Ubisoft. Again, Ubisoft's Far Cry. No one says that. They're like, I like Far Cry.
But
But
no
your
one-
teams
no,
and stuff
but-
wouldn't be any different.
no one says that for anything. No one says I love MGM's James Bond or something. You know what I mean?
Well, no, that's true. But Adriano has a point with the EA Sports. Like that's a big freaking title. That's a big freaking name.
Yeah, like,
Bethesda
I
is a
still
big
remember-
freaking name.
I still remember hearing EA Sports jingle when I booted up. I think it was NHL '96.
Yeah,
EA, it's in the game.
they really did hammer that into me in my childhood. Yeah,
Yeah, like that.
Yeah.
That will forever be ingrained into my head.
yeah.
What? Okay, but Ubisoft, EA. What other big enough studios are there that they could feasibly?
Bethesda,
Okay,
for sure. Bethesda and ZeniMax.
I think
To take two. Was that too big?
I think Bethesda makes the most sense. A lot of Bethesda games kind of line up with Microsoft games,
And they ran better on Xbox than PlayStation.
back then, back in the 360 era. But
Let me throw this at you. Rockstar. And then they make
That's
GTA.
well,
and
that's take two.
yeah.
Like
Okay.
Rockstar, it's weird though because Rockstar publishes other games, but then Take Two publishes
GTA.
Rockstar's developed games. Rockstar will publish other developed games. That, like,
What
I
if they
never
made
really
GTA Xbox only?
that would be big.
That's massive.
That would
Then
be
it's like,
big.
well, there goes the PlayStation sales. Because then it's like, oh, by the way, GTA 6 next year.
Yeah,
And it's like, oh,
or
here we go.
they do it just before Red Dead, and they just said no Red Dead on PlayStation.
Maybe that's why it was delayed.
Oh man,
Rumor confirmed.
that would force me to buy an Xbox.
But no, and actually, there's another one.
I'm happy I got that one there.
Rockstar's a big enough name, like literally that you would need to keep the name Rockstar.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah,
But Ubisoft, if you just change the title to Microsoft Studios, it doesn't actually really matter.
I suppose. Yeah,
No, I think a lot of people would.
You think no the name?
but people are going to buy Assassin's Creed regardless of whether
Yes.
Ubisoft shows up at the beginning.
That's the thing is I think that Ubisoft is, and it's not even technically just Ubisoft. It's like Rockstar is known for GTA and Red Dead. Like they work on like a couple of very fixed titles. Ubisoft works on so many different titles that they're more of a general presence.
So the other game they were thinking about buying is PUBG.
That ain't worth it.
It's not well. That's a
We're
manageable
not.
one.
It's not. That's still too early to tell.
Yeah, that doesn't
how
sound
like
like a
how
good
like
idea.
long or how many legs it has, or
Yeah,
whatever the
because
saying is.
because like people that other podcasts I listen to, like people on PC are already starting to get a little fatigued with it.
this is my problem with these games that are just like these sandboxes that are like do what you want. It's like, well, that's boring.
Yeah, like okay, now
Kill each
but
other.
what?
How many times can we run around and kill each other?
And that's all people are gonna do. No one's gonna do like a complex thing.
Yeah.
Someone's just gonna pull a grenade out and throw a grenade at you.
I mean, you do it in Call of Duty too, but that just seems more arcadey. This one's like a little more serious to me. You know what I mean?
And you can jump in COD, do like 3 matches, and then be like, all right.
Yeah. All right. A new Mario Kart game has been announced for mobile. The checkered flag has been raised, and the finish line is near, says Nintendo in a tweet.
Or is that a fun fact?
Yeah. But anyway, a Mario Kart game could be coming to mobile platforms pretty soon. This is
Could
part
be.
of Nintendo's... Well, I guess, yes, it is. This is part of Nintendo's move onto mobile platforms.
You ready to get a whole new friends list, Matt, and re-add everyone all over again?
I'm not downloading Mario
Not-
Kart for the
I
phone.
am. Jeez.
Is this...
It's going to be free to play with microtransactions.
Yes, of course.
And gas. Only 3 races today,
No,
unless you
I
pay
don't
99
know.
cents
No,
per
no,
race pack.
no, they're not gonna
I need
do
more
that.
gas.
Wait.
If
a second.
that makes absolute sense from a business answer, but Nintendo wouldn't do
Well,
that.
no, wait a second. A lot of the mobile games have like an energy system.
Yeah.
Yes,
It would just be a gas system.
yes, but I don't know. It's going to be a cosmetic system. It's not going to be gameplay.
I don't know.
That isn't
I'm
gameplay.
kind of with Matt
That's
on
like
this
that's
one.
like single player gameplay. Just you just can't do races unless you pay. You can't do raids in Pokemon Go unless you pay.
You'll have to buy
Like-
you have to buy a currency in the game. That currency can be used to buy cosmetic items
Just
or
stop! You're making me
or
sad.
more gasoline, so you can do more races.
Yeah, like
Making
like
me
it would
sad.
give you free gas like the free raid pass per day in Pokemon Go.
login bonuses.
Yeah, login
quick,
bonuses.
Yep.
Events where it's like you better do 10 races, but you only have 5 things of gas today, or else you're not going to get that peach hat or something.
Mm-hmm.
Peach hat? What?
Yeah, peach
Yeah,
hat.
a peach hat, like a princess peach
A
hat.
toad hat makes way more sense.
No, peach hat.
No, a peach hat.
Yeah, that's what the kids are buying nowadays.
Yeah, that's what everyone purchases today.
Okay, what's
Go to
next?
Costco, bud.
So I might be missing something, but me and Marty have identified 2 human beings who call Peach Peaches.
That's weird.
Is she ever referenced to as Peaches
Not-
in any game?
No, the only alternate name is
Is it-
Princess Toadstool in the.
Is it a nickname of some sort?
I
Does
don't-
anyone like give her a nickname, Peaches?
No, are you? I know the first person who you're talking about.
Is-
Are,
Yes.
are you willing to reveal who the second person?
No.
Okay. Is it Matt?
No.
I just said that's weird. I wouldn't say that.
No, I have never heard anyone call it Peaches.
Other than
Wait. Did they
Other
say
than the
say
person-
Princess Peaches or did they say
they just call her
Peaches?
Peaches.
Yeah,
I mean, that's probably just their nickname. Then that's not
could
too
be
bad.
like a pet.
That's
name.
a weird nickname.
It is
though.
absolutely weird, but the only other alternate name is Princess Toadstool.
Okay. So anyway, this will be launching soon, I guess. I don't know what to expect from it. Do we want accelerometer controls?
I don't know.
You know?
I don't know.
Actually, I kind of hope it comes to Apple TV. It won't, but...
Oh man, it's gonna be loot boxes. They're gonna be those question mark boxes.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck yeah. Adriano's ready. Adriano's fucking ready.
It's gonna rotate through in Mario 3 style. It's gonna flip through. You can see what's in the box.
Yeah.
And you got to jump.
Can you please buy gas in that game?
Gasoline.
Would you do that, Adriano?
what, buy gas?
Yeah.
No, I would not microtransaction gas.
If it has the gas system, would you not play it? If it has like the energy / gas system.
No, as long as there's a way for me to do it.
You would get rewarded as you log in. You get like
yeah,
gas.
like five races
as
a
long
day.
as there's
Yeah.
a way for me to do, as long as they're in the free to play system, as long as there's a way for me to use the free part of the free to play, I will do it.
I have been playing Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes on my phone for a couple years now. I've not once paid a microtransaction.
Yeah. Hearthstone.
I am
Not the
max
only
level.
time I ever done money into Hearthstone was a 100% donation to WWF. That was the only time I ever gave them money.
In more Nintendo news, the Nintendo Switch's paid online service is finally launching. It's coming in September. Now, I did not know that this had not launched.
I
This
also
was-
did not know that
so
had not
they-
launched.
People have
No,
been-
the online services are launched.
The paid one. So
The
people have-
unpaid one.
Yes.
You can play for free
So people have been playing for free this entire time, and now they're going to be locked out of that
in September.
and forced to now pay
Yes, but they've always
during the console.
Yeah, they've always said though that this was like from the.
Do you really think
launch
that
of the
that
Switch.
parents and kids know this?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Yeah, no, parents don't know. I ran this by my brother-in-law and my sister, who
Their kids have Switches.
my nephew has a Switch, and
They play online.
he is super like. It is he's 9 now, and now he has like a little area etched out in the basement, and so now what he does, him and his friends, they play Minecraft together. But what they'll do is they have their iPads now, so they'll FaceTime and they'll have it.
Oh my god.
He'll have one there, and they'll be live chatting with each other while playing Minecraft on the other. It's just like, oh, where's
That's
time
fantastic.
going?
That's fantastic.
That's really good. Yeah.
Yeah.
The future, bud.
It's so depressing. No, yeah, they had no idea. I told him like, you do know this. You have to eventually start paying for this.
I think that's
And he's
a
like,
weird.
what? That's fucking stupid.
It's weird that they would give it to you for free this long, and then say, "Oh, now pay us."
PSN.
No, but it was different consoles. You can still play the PS3 online for free.
PS3 is
So
still
you
free
still play
online.
the Wii U online for free.
Yeah, but what I'm saying
This
is
is the same
they
console.
They did it mid console.
That's absolutely
Yes,
ludicrous.
but here, don't think of it like that.
Introducing voice
What do you
chat now.
mean don't think of it
Don't
like
think
that?
of it like that. Think of it as you were always meant to pay for it, but this is just a super long beta.
Did
Of the
they
services.
specify this when first playing online?
Yeah.
It says.
Oh yeah, no.
You'll need to pay
I'm not
this.
talking news article. In the box, I buy a Switch. I've never seen a news site in my life about the Switch.
I don't have a Switch. So I can't say what's in the box.
No, but like, okay, so but like your your nephew's parents,
My
didn't,
sister.
your sister. I didn't know which parent was the thing. They didn't know, and they would have unboxed it. Would they not have? And would they have read the pamphlets?
Yeah,
They would've
As a
said
parent
for
I don't
them,
know.
right?
Maybe if you hold a Switch box, if you flip it over, I don't know. There's probably
small
like
print.
there's probably a super fucking massive paragraph in there somewhere
On
where,
in font size 1.
yeah, where it does specify that. But from the get go, Nintendo has says that this was always going to be a paid
I
system.
understand that.
Okay,
I
but
understand
don't think
that.
of it like that. Think of it as
I can't.
a paid system, but this is just a super long beta that they're doing.
I'm just saying. I don't know how the Switch works because I've never used one. But I'm just saying, if
You
you
got the
ever
two Joy-Cons.
if you ever like use something that was online that would eventually have to be paid for, there should be some sort of disclaimer there telling you that this is free for a limited time.
I'm almost confident they are. It's a multi-billion-dollar corporation. Like I'm sure they've
It's
done
Nintendo though.
I'm sure they've done their due diligence.
It's
on that.
Nintendo in an online service.
Yeah, but they also have a team. I'm sure the team of lawyers
Okay.
would step in and say, "Hey, look, you guys need to."
The
do
good
this.
news is it's not that expensive.
It's like $50 a year.
$4 for 1 month, $8 for 3 months, or $20 for 12 months.
Oh yeah, that's fucking
So,
pocket
in
change.
comparison,
if
for
my
American-
sister doesn't want to pay it, I'll pay it for my nephew.
In comparison, for American price, these are American prices. PS Plus and Xbox Gold is $60 American. This is $20 for a year.
And we have 80 for PS Plus in Canada. Is that Prime? I'm getting that mixed up.
No,
now.
that's PlayStation Plus. Yeah, $70, $80. Yeah.
Hell yeah. We're Canadian. We have to get squished.
So
Here's your Canadian
you'll need a membership for
price increase, bud.
You'll need
Canadian
a
bitch
membership.
tax. Is that what you called it?
You'll need a membership for online gameplay.
I think I did at one point.
An online lobby voice chat through a smartphone.
No, okay.
That's
Whoa, wait a second here. Whoa. Everybody has to pause. That voice chat app that is, and I've never used it, that is questionable in functionality. I was going to insult it, but I've never used it.
You use Skype or Discord at that
You
point.
have to pay for that service now.
No,
And that
I think,
concludes
I think,
episode
no, I think,
200 or whatever it is.
I think technically the app.
Yeah, we just cut the podcast off there. That's it.
I think technically the app service is free.
But if you want to chat with friends,
if you want to chat with friends, I think that's still technically free. It's the play.
No.
It's the actual functionality
No.
on playing online.
no.
Really?
You'll need a membership for online gameplay and online lobby and voice chat through a smartphone app.
Oh, that is dumb.
Well, you also have to pay to get some eShop deals.
Yeah.
The deals make sense.
Non-subscribers can still access the eShop.
Woo! I can still give you my money.
Share screenshots on social media and access the Switch Parent Controls app.
Oh man, trying.
And then suddenly the Switch is no longer I no longer care about it.
It'll still be successful.
Oh my god!
No,
I'm
my
gonna have
personal-
to explain this all to my sister, and my brother-in-law.
Speaking of which, the Switch has outsold its predecessor, the Wii U, in just 10 months.
I'm surprised it already has not. Like, I'm surprised it wasn't earlier.
Well, the total. Let me see what the total is here for Wii U sales. The 13.56 million as of October 31st, 2017.
Consoles? Like,
Yeah.
consoles are not dollars. I was saying that'd be way more dollars.
Yeah, 13.56 million consoles. The Switch has sold 14.87 million, and it's under 10 months, so that's incredible.
That's a little insane.
Yeah.
I want to know what the life cycle of the Switch is going to be. Whether it's going to be Nintendo just like goes and makes a totally different design, or whether they're going to have like a Switch Pro or a Switch 2 or.
Well, clearly specs don't matter to Nintendo fans. So
But eventually,
they don't care about 4K. They don't care about super amazing frame rate or super amazing graphics and lighting and crap like that.
that's fine. But like eventually, they have to get a new console.
Yeah.
So like, I'm just curious as to how.
I wonder what the incentive is for Nintendo to make a faster console, because all their games, like Zelda, ran on Wii U, and at launch it ran better than the Switch ran.
That was weird. Yeah.
I don't see any reason why. What's the new Mario game called?
Odyssey.
Odyssey. I don't see why Odyssey couldn't have ran on a Wii U. You know,
It probably could have. They need to cut off the Wii U at some point.
fewer particles or something. I don't know, but I don't know the technical stuff. But you know what I mean? Like, what incentive is there for them to make a more powerful console?
To be blatantly honest, like I always come back to the streaming services, and I mean, I guess those streaming services could run on the Switch. I was going to say like maybe having a Switch 2 would like show their dedication to the platform, and then therefore bring on some streaming services.
I would be fascinated to see what a Switch 2 looks like what advances they would make to it. You know,
like it better be that the dock powers it up better, like it makes it more powerful.
Yeah.
Because that, like, what's going on here?
All right, let's hop into our last story for the week. Star Wars Battlefront 2 underperformed in sales. It shipped 9 million units, which is quite a bit of units, but EA themselves expected 10 million.
They're a million short. They should count their fucking blessings after the shit they pulled. They're lucky to be getting that.
The first Battlefront sold 13 million copies. So,
yeah, but they also have to understand diminishing returns at sequels.
Correct. But that million, I think, could be attributed to the fiasco with
A hell of
the
a lot,
microtransactions.
anyway.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but like, why are they bitching and complaining? They just like they
What do you
cut their fucking loss. They fucked up with the community. They still got 90% of what they wanted.
But they believe in microtransactions.
The microtransactions are coming back as well, and EA said that they believe in microtransactions done properly, they said. But so that makes me wonder, are they just going to return in Battlefront, or are they going to be different somehow? Because it's still a pay-to-win system if you can buy the star cards. You know what I mean?
What's really messed up about Battlefront 2 is like it's that whole thing where it's not aesthetic, right? Like it affects the game.
Yeah.
And but what's messed up about that and this redo is that is all our progress going to be for nothing? Like, are they going to just say, okay, there's no more shark cards. There's no more star cards, unless it's aesthetic. And then it's like, well, now what did we just earn?
Yeah. But I think the problem with the Star Wars aesthetic package is there's not too many different costumes for all the characters. Like, Darth Maul really has, like, maybe 2 costumes he could wear.
I didn't know he had a second one.
Well, there would be, like, one with him with, like, his shirt on or something. And you get to see all his tattoos.
Or it's like hood
and
or
stuff.
something, or head off and
one
on.
with him hooded. I mean, there's not many options for a lot of these characters. What?
I was saying, woo!
Oh, okay. So you know what I mean? Like Overwatch, they literally have brand new characters that no one ever knows about, and it doesn't matter what they're wearing. You know, you could put all sorts of different costumes on them.
A lot of them aren't canon, except for the fucking Hanzo. Oh,
I mean, the Star Wars ones wouldn't necessarily have to be canon either. You know, but it would just be weird to have them in different goofy outfits. You know?
Yeah, it wouldn't make much sense.
Yeah.
I think this is a fiasco, actually. Like, what do you do? Like, what are they going to do? Like, are we going to get screwed over because we played it before this?
I had no issue with the progression system or the star cards in the first game.
I don't remember that.
The star cards in the game were just literally like you just get like equipment, like I'll equip a grenade, and how you equip it is a star card.
Each star card had like one upgrade you could do, and it was usually like reloads faster or cools down faster.
And you didn't loot box it for that. You like earned it, I think, or something.
You earned credits as you played, and the credits were from your XP. Remember?
Yeah.
It was basically divided by like 100 or something like that.
Something like that.
And you get your credits, and you could just buy star cards or unlock them through challenges and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I really liked the first Battlefront myself.
Yeah, it was good.
And to see this one so just lost is amazing.
I think the issue is like, I don't know whether they don't want to make another game, which I mean, in their best interest,
They're making one for sure.
Battlefront 3.
Oh yeah.
They haven't announced it though yet.
No,
but they're for sure making a Battlefront 3.
But I mean, going forward, like, is it in a game studio's best interest to develop a new game, or is it in their best interest to keep the same game alive forever? Like,
It's a different case with a game like this, though. I see what you guys are saying, but
like if you can any game like Battlefront, like a multiplayer shooter, if you can keep it alive with maps and like even increasing the graphics, so you like have a re-release of it, kind of like how Rainbow Six Siege like went up in price. It's like, is there a point in which investing in a whole new title doesn't make sense? And so that's what they're trying to get at.
That's most of the time, though.
So then why would they care about Battlefront 3?
Because it costs less to develop a sequel, and it's a safer bet in terms of sales. So a big reason why a lot of publishers don't make new IP is because it's risky.
Yeah.
It could flop,
Yeah.
right?
But I mean literally making a new title, not even a new IP. Like, you make Battlefront the first Battlefront. Why couldn't Battlefront 1 be patched to be Battlefront 2 the way it is right now? What I mean is like they had to invest money to physically make a new game. What is the ratio, I guess, in like, if you're like, okay, we got to spin up a new game, we got to bring in more hires, we got to have support, we have to have a support team.
I'm not sure I understand what you're saying, because
literally like a game as a service.
But like Battlefront 2, a lot of the assets are just reused. They already have the stormtroopers made, the rebels made. You know what I mean?
No, yeah, but like the graphics and the maps are all different in the modes, and the game feels different. I would say. What I'm saying is could they not have released a 2.0 patch for Battlefront 1 to totally change it a year later? And would that have cost them?
Probably.
Would that have cost them less and made them more? Like, is it like, okay, we're gonna make a new game, we need an initial investment of, I don't know any numbers, so let's just say 10 million. Or is it like, oh, let's slowly, upgrade the textures of Battlefront, the first one, and then we'll slowly change the mechanics over 2 years, and then eventually will become like a Battlefront 2 experience in 2 years.
I think,
and then we'll like eventually like switch it over and over and over. What are you flipping me for?
No, it's just.
I think the problem with that is that a game makes its most money in the first 2 weeks of launch, right?
Yeah.
If you just have Battlefront update 2.0. It's not that exciting. It's not that big, and a lot of people are already done with the game. They might check it out for a day and that. So you really need a games as a service to make an update like that work. You need people constantly paying microtransactions to just say, okay, here's a new game.
Would that not happen if you made the norm?
I don't know.
Like, if they believe in microtransactions so heavily, then why not just follow your own philosophy?
It's like Heroes of the Storm. Right? It was free to play from the beginning.
Yeah.
And then you just...
A 2.0 for that game makes sense, though. And to me, and I never played it since launch, but it wasn't a huge update, was it?
They did a 2.0 because they completely overhauled not the progression system, but the inventory and the loot-based system. Like, they wanted to line up with Overwatch.
So they added loot boxes.
They added loot boxes. Loot boxes were not a thing before 2.0.
Yeah.
They have loot crates, epic crates, rare crates, stuff like that. But that's really what pushed 2.0.
See, that's not great. I don't know. I'm seriously curious as to when is it time to make a sequel, or could you theoretically and still very profitably make one title and then just like keep on it for like 5 years?
Well,
we'll never know.
What I can tell is that you make a lot more money off of the microtransaction supported games.
See, that's what I mean. if microtransactions are so
But
profitable,
we just haven't seen this happen on consoles yet.
yeah, mobile games is a good
Mobile games,
indication.
but even PC games like League of Legends and stuff like that, right?
Dota.
Yeah, those just continue on and they just update them and people pay microtransactions and buy a bunch of crap.
Wait, one of those is an actual pay. Dota's free to play. League of Legends is an actually paid game.
Is it really?
Wait, which game?
I'm pretty sure League of Legends.
League of Legends is a free to play game.
Then Dota might be.
No, Dota's free too.
I'm pretty sure one of them you have is.
They're both MOBAs, right?
They're both MOBAs. I think one of them is a pay title. They might still have microtransactions in them, but I'm pretty sure it's still.
I thought Dota was paid, but I don't remember.
No,
anymore.
because I wouldn't have bought Dota and I
No,
have it.
remember that was that thing where like everyone was getting free Dota keys. It was like Steam or whatever would just give you a free Dota key, and then like you would give it away, and because that person had Dota, they would get free Dota keys. So it like spread like wildfire.
Oh, maybe I don't know. Getting old.
It was something like that.
Search.
I don't mind the idea of like a Battlefront 2.0. You know.
But
Battlefront 2 2.0.
Yeah.
But would you keep coming back if there wasn't a definitive new like disc release or new game?
If it was like if they made it like it was a new release, like this is Battlefront 2.0, 10 new maps, all new class system, new star card system, all new items, we've updated the graphics. Yeah, I'd keep playing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like I'm seriously curious because like I would assume that would cost less in terms of a budget,
And you technically have a bigger game at the end of it all too.
and you'd have a bigger game at the end. So it's like, would it actually pay for itself? Would it actually be better
I don't know.
if they do it on mobile?
People smarter than us figuring this stuff out.
I mean, they figured out all that controversy for Battlefront 2. So.
They said it was a learning experience for them. So I'm curious to see what they do when the microtransactions come back. I'm really curious.
another angry mob with the pitchforks at the
Yeah.
gate.
And last two updates for this week. Anthem was delayed and Red Dead 2 was delayed.
Pretty sad.
Got some
pretty
gorgeous
sad.
screenshots, but that's about it.
And I'm actually thinking now they're going to delay it again.
It's not out of the realm of possibility. I just doubt it.
I feel like it's going to be a 2020 title.
Sorry, what was that? Also, yeah, they're both free to play.
They're both free to
I
play.
could have sworn one of them was paid.
I honestly thought Dota was pay.
I thought one of them was paid at one point. Sorry, what's 2020?
Matt thinks that Red Dead 2 is going to be delayed till 2020.
Yeah, I would say 2020. I'd say another year.
No, what?
Yeah, that's
No,
insane.
at
Do you mean
best.
2019?
Maybe
Yeah.
March. Maybe March.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
not
get-
2019. Yeah.
Oh,
sorry.
okay.
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. I was gonna say March 2019 would be the absolute latest, but 2020, what the fuck is wrong with you?
No, yeah, 2019.
Although, you know what they might want to do again?
Just keep supporting GTA Online.
No, but if they do delay it like another year,
They could re-release it again on the next console.
they could re-release it again on the next console.
Yeah, pretty genius. Because they would be the first ones to know.
Because GTA did it too. Remember?
I don't think GTA delayed for that reason.
No,
though,
but
did
I'm
they?
saying GTA sold multiple copies because people upgraded to the new consoles, and they've sold like 70 billion units or whatever it was.
That's interesting. I think they would make a bunch of money if they re-released the old titles or totally actually redone
70 million.
in the new engines. Like they need to release the old titles in the new engine. Imagine playing in Vice City on GTA Online.
If they redid some of the assets and the resolutions, and they gave me a complete GTA 3, GTA Vice City, GTA San Andreas, GTA what's it, Liberty City Stories,
Yeah,
GTA Vice City Stories. Is there another one in there? Or is that it?
Chinatown Wars.
Chinatown Wars is not part of that canon. Chinatown Wars is part of the 4 and 5 canon. The GTA, the Rockstar said though the canon in the GTA series is based off the generation of console, not numerically with each title. So like you know how GTA 3, Vice City, San Andreas, Vice City Stories, and Liberty City Stories share that same aesthetic.
Mm-hmm.
They're considered canon with each other. GTA 4, the DLC, and 5.
Why didn't they just make them all canon? Because it doesn't really matter, does it?
I don't know why. There are differences in the cities. Like the Liberty City in 4 is not the same Liberty City in
Right.
3. Like they're very different, clearly. So I don't know why they. Yeah,
All right.
like the early top down
That's-
games are canon with each other. But
That's
not,
bizarre because in 5, there's the Ballas, which are in San Andreas, and you can go to Grove Street.
Yeah, you can go to Grove Street. Yeah, you like the major essence of the GTA universe is probably canon. Like, there's probably a CJ in there somewhere.
This is
But
weird. This
it's
is
not-
just weird now.
yeah,
in
like
another
you're-
time. Like,
yeah, like you're not really supposed to connect the one generation with the other. Like, they're supposed to kind of really be separate. From here on out, I don't know if they plan on making them all canon, just like with 4 and 5. At some point, I think they should just drop the number.
have you played a GTA?
A GTA, I played a lot of GTAs.
Have you beat a GTA?
Yeah,
You beat 5 too.
Oh, that's right.
I beat 5.
Well, you were just talking about 3 in that. I was wondering if you were like super behind and you wanted to like, go back and do all
I
those.
played 3, Vice City, San Andreas. I don't think I finished San Andreas. San Andreas might have been one I did not finish.
Probably got stuck on that RC plane level.
I don't remember. The last thing I remember of San Andreas is Samuel L. Jackson talking to me in an airstrip. That's the last
Oh, is
thing.
he? Oh my God, he's Officer Tenpenny. Isn't
Yeah, that's the last thing I fucking. And I think James Woods is also in there too.
he? I don't remember that.
Yeah, that's the last thing I ever remember about San Andreas. And then I don't think I touched the stories ones. But then I also played the early ones too, the top down ones.
Yeah, I played 2.
Yeah, I play a lot of GTA games.
All right, that's it for this week. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hit that subscribe
You
button.
got some more of them fun facts?
Oh
hit me
my
up.
God! I almost
Call
forgot.
this
You
the,
ready, Matt?
We're just gonna open it.
Day one David Letterman show.
We're gonna open it and read the first one I see here. No, I've read that one before.
Yeah, start at the top and skip ones you know you've read.
Well, I'm gonna be sitting here a while then. Hang on.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
I'm just gonna.
We should-
hang on.
A 30-minute late show fun fact, like query corner search. What's going on here, Ryan?
I'm reading. I'm trying to find a good one.
I thought you were reading for like half the show. You should already know.
Well, no, I wasn't prepared for this.
You got 5 seconds.
In 12% of the DNA tests on his program, Maury Povich is the father. There you go. All right, we'll see you guys next week.
Matt, I don't know how you don't like those.
Peace.
Those are comedy gold. That's comedy gold right there.